let's address the issue of deleting projects that you have stored and captured with your Blink scanner. Currently, in May 2025, the only way of doing it is using the FARO Stream app. So I'm going to go into FARO Stream, verify that I'm connected to my scanner. I am not currently, so it is the scanner at the bottom over here, 1146. If I click it, it'll say, hey, do you want to connect it? I'll say join. The process takes a few seconds here for it to switch the network from the internet connection to the scanner connection. But once the scanner is connected, because I've done it before, it shows you that we have 37 gigabytes of space that are being used on the actual scanner. So let me do this, let me hit back and find, and that's the slight problem with this workflow is that you cannot easily identify which scan projects are the ones that stem from the scanner behind me. I happen to know that it's the Blink outside project over here, so I'm gonna hit the delete button here and that'll delete it. Otherwise I have other devices, as you can see in the list, that I frequently use. So the FARO Stream app is not actively showing you only the projects that you are connected to, but it also has history. So I know that I also need to delete this guy. Hold on, I clicked the wrong thing. Not Orbis, but Blink. So I usually name my projects based on the scanner type that I'm actually using to make my life a little bit easier. But deleting the projects will then delete them from not just the FARO Stream app, but also the device itself. So that's the way to actually clean up a little bit of space here. When we go here and do a power off and a power back on, the refresh, we'll do power off. Remember that number 37 gigabytes is what we used to have, or what we had just prior to the shutdown. Now I'm going to power on the scanner again. We'll wait for it to come on. And it shouldn't be that much data because it's a couple of gigabytes we should have cleaned up on the projects or on the off of the scanner here. So wait for it to come on. It takes, I don't know, possibly about a minute for it to fully boot up. Once again, it's not in my active list of scanners, as you can see, because it was off. So it's now slowly coming back on. Let's wait for it to fully come on. All right, it is now on. So let me find it in the list, hit join again. Wait for the discovery on the network side here. And there we go. So instead of 37 gigabytes used, we now have 18 gigabytes used on the actual scanner. So I am hoping that in the future we'll have an easier way of doing this, especially when you're using multiple scanners with one device. But if you keep one tablet with one device, it's relatively easy. It just becomes tricky if you have multiple devices. All right, so if you have any questions or comments, leave them below.